Akron. How you doing tonight? Good evening. Welcome to Pecha Kucha Akron, Volume 7. You know, there's 199 seats for this event. We sold out in 41 hours. So that's just a testament to how this has taken over this city. So thank you so much for coming down here. Now, if you're not familiar with Pecha Kucha, it's a series of PowerPoint presentations where there's 20 slides that each last for 20 seconds apiece. Now, before you think, oh, PowerPoint, they're just going to drone on and on and on, the slides auto-advance, so it's rapid fire. The way we're going to do this, it's going to be 4 speakers. We're going to take a break, 15 minutes, and then we're going to have the final 4. And if you haven't been to a Pecha Kucha before, at its core, PK is a celebration of this city. That's right. It's a love story. It's a way to showcase all the creativity and dynamism that we have right here in Akron, because we have artists, musicians, intellectuals, scholars, business people, storytellers, all in this city, and 8 of them tonight are going to present and tell you about their respective journeys. Now, none of this would be possible without our financial sponsors. So if you could give a big round of applause to these sponsors. First of all, the Knight Foundation. Second, the Margaret Clark Morgan Foundation. Let's show some love for the GAR Foundation. Show some more love for the Akron Community Foundation. And then finally, the Halloween Charity Ball. Now, I want to say a quick note about that last sponsor, the Halloween Charity Ball. If you're not familiar with it, well, it's a Halloween ball for charity. I guess that's pretty straightforward. And it's spectacular. It's spectacular. Spooktacular? No? Not gonna? Tough crowd. Just warning all the presenters. It's a tough crowd. It's a Halloween ball where everyone gets dressed up, and all the money goes to 2 nonprofits. And we're so pleased that Pecha Kucha Akron is one of the 2 nonprofits that was selected. And actually, we hope that based on last year's projections, the amount that's raised through the Halloween Charity Ball will actually fund our operations for a whole entire year. So thank you so much to the Halloween Charity Ball. The Halloween Charity Ball, if you haven't heard of it, then apparently you don't get out much, because it's the hottest ticket in town. It's Friday, October 27th at 8 p.m. at the Tangiers. And actually, if you purchase your ticket to the ball on Eventbrite now through Sunday at midnight, you'll be entered into a drawing to win a party of your own with appetizers for you and 60 at Tangiers. How cool is that? And there's the raffle out in front, which also benefits us. It's a $5 raffle, and you can win all sorts of great prizes, like a $500 gift card, and also a 2-night stay and with spa services at a resort. So definitely enter the raffle. So thank you so much. To another round for our sponsors. Also, at this time, I'd like to thank our supporters. Our diverse group of organizers hails from a variety of institutions and organizations around this city that really are the creative and economic fabric of the city. So thank you to Crafty Mart, Arts Now, The Fund, The Bit Factory, the Akron Accelerator, Arts Now, Akron is for Entrepreneurs, ECDI, Akron Peace Project, Neighborhood Leadership Institute, and the University of Akron. So thank you so much. And I'll say very briefly about the University of Akron. Back a couple years ago when I was thinking of this crazy idea, I asked my dean of the law school, who actually is now president of the university, about doing this, and he gave me a lot of support to pursue Pecha Kucha, so thanks to Matthew Wilson, our president. At this time, I'd also like to thank the Ohio Shakespeare Festival for this beautiful, beautiful venue. And Tess from the Ohio Shakespeare Festival is going to come up and say a couple words about this venue for a minute or two. So Tess, take it away.
I perform Shakespeare for a living full time, and when I get in front of people and talk just myself, I am terrified. So, just so you know, that's something about me. All right, but I'm gonna start off with one of my favorite Shakespeare quotes, which is from Coriolanus, and it is, "What is the city but the people?" And if Akron is any indication of that quote, I think the beautiful people in this room are a pretty incredible indication of how beautiful the city is, truly. I'm honored to be a part of your community. We're particularly proud to host Pecha Kucha today. I've never been to one, so I'm extra personally excited. But Ohio Shakespeare Festival is all about storytelling. You might think I was going to say all about Shakespeare, but no, it's about incredible stories. We think he told a lot of incredible stories, so we like to tell his as well. But we love telling a story that we can share with the community and therefore have a community experience together. And I think that's everything that's going to happen tonight as well. So it's particularly good kismet that we were able to collaborate today. 16 years ago, we performed our first Shakespeare outdoors at Stan Hewitt Hall and Gardens, and for the past 16 summers, we've been doing that same thing, producing Shakespeare outdoors at Stan Hewitt Hall and Gardens every single summer. And every summer, at the end of every summer, we had to say goodbye to our friends and say goodbye to the magic for a little bit and pack up and wait until the next spring, until last year, when Graystone Hall became available, and it quite literally fell into my lap. I wasn't looking for a place to put Ohio Shakespeare Festival in the fall and spring and the winter, and all of a sudden, here we were a couple weeks later after one phone call. So I encourage you to please come back now that you've seen how easy it is to get here and how beautiful this space is, and come enjoy some storytelling with us. Not only do we do the Shakespeare Under the Stars every single summer, but we also have musicals in here. Camelot is one of the ones coming up this winter, and we have a brand new play called King Charles III, which is written in the Shakespearean history style, but features all the modern royals, so Kate and William and Charles and Camilla and Diana and all that crowd. But I think the thing that will appeal to you most is the community engagement that you have here. We look right into the audience, we make eye contact. All of us on stage really love each other, truly. And I think you can feel that when you're out there. And I feel like it's a way to come together and fall in love for about 2 hours, and then go home and be a little bit better for it. And so I think that'll happen tonight too. And I just want to leave you with my last favorite Shakespeare quote, which is, thanks and ever thanks.
You know, I've never acted a day in my life, but I have to be honest. Tess, hearing you talk, you've inspired me to act. And I have an acting confession for you. I've always wanted to play Hamlet, and since I have the stage, I figure maybe I should audition for Ohio Shakespeare Festival right here in front of all of you right now. Is that something you guys all want to hear? Is that... All right. To be or not to be. A city that honors its artists. To be or not to be. A city that cultivates culture. To be or not to be. A city that thrives upon diversity. To be or not to be, a city that rises from rubber and renews, reinvents, and reincarnates to a renaissance of resilience. To be or not to be, a city that is great as we know we can be. So friends, Akronites, countrymen, lend me your ears. For tonight you will hear from 8 luminaries who are setting fire to this city. And thus I ask, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Akron is the sun. Ladies and gentlemen, Pecha Kucha Akron, Volume 7. Give it up for your MCs, Heather Roschek and Nicole Mullet. Thanks so much, everyone.